Thank you for coming here this morning. I appreciate everybody's attendance for this important press conference. An effective law enforcement requires the expertise and strong relationships with the communities we serve. But above all, it requires strong partnerships. And we're here today in the spirit of partnership to address an urgent problem that's plaguing our communities. Auto crimes might be classified as a property crime, but make no mistake, these crimes affect everyone, people like you and me. These crimes are against the people in our families, people that take their kids to school, their loved ones to a hospital or to a medical appointment, people that drive to work every day in the morning to improve their families' lives and their communities. When you take someone's means of transportation away, it's an attack on both their lives and their livelihoods. Losing a vehicle is a traumatic event that has ripple effects throughout a household and the entire community. This partnership is about prioritizing economic and personal security of the people we serve. Because feeling secure in your ability to travel safely is not only a fundamental aspect of public safety, but it's a fundamental quality of life. I want to thank all the agencies that are here today and their commitment to this partnership. And I look forward to pooling our collective resources to make our communities safer. Now, the one thing I'd like to add as we put this task force together, in spite of staffing issues, Prosecutor Kim Worthy assigned a special prosecutor to this task force. That allows us to be far more flexible and to address these criminal matters when they happen. In addition, the members of the task force include the Michigan State Police, the Detroit Police, the Livonia Police Department, Dearborn Heights, and Garden City. Now, this task force is going to work in a surveillance capacity to address auto theft. You might ask yourself, why are they doing it that way? The reality is, folks, chasing these stolen vehicles in marked scout cars is not the answer. These felons are fleeing far too often, and they're putting not only our communities at risk, but our officers at risk as well. Now, the purpose of this conference for me was twofold. First, I want to inform the communities that we hear them and we're responding to this issue to help stem the tide of auto theft. But in addition to that, I want to put the respective thieves on notice that we're going to be addressing this in a new way. We're going to leverage all of our resources and technology to bear these people to justice. In the first week alone of the task force that started June 1st, we've already executed a search warrant, and you'll see some of the vehicles out there that are going to be in the coned-in area. We also, in addition to retrieving those 4 cars, and these cars were from our communities. They were from Dearborn, they were from Dearborn Heights, Detroit, Livonia, and Redford. We also secured over tens of thousands of dollars in stolen tools and Pro Pads. Pro Pads, folks, are used to program keys so they can easily steal these vehicles. Now, without further ado, I'd like to introduce the Honorable Mayor Abdullah Hammoud, and I couldn't ask for a better partner in public safety. Mayor Hammoud.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Chief, and thank you to all the respected leaders from their communities who are here with us. This issue is a top priority for the city of Dearborn and for their respective communities. And the reality is our goal is to prevent these crimes before they ever occur. That is the best way to tackle these issues, and that's what this task force is looking to do. The criminals and the thieves who are operating knowing that there are no city boundaries. They're operating fluidly from city to city and across these boundaries, infiltrating from one city into the other. And so pulling our collective resources together, we're going to multiply our efforts and hopefully the impact that is showcased to the residents about how we protect our streets, protect our neighborhoods, and ensure that their livelihoods are not impacted. I want to thank all of you from each of your departments respectively, to the prosecutor's office especially. We sincerely appreciate your effort being here. That is a key component to this effort. And regardless of the resources that are limited by all these departments, the reason we're here is because it is a very important issue. It is a top issue, frankly, in every single city and every single level of government that stands before you. And that's why we're taking this stance today. So just want to take the moment to say thank you, that we hear you, and hopefully you're going to see the fruitful efforts of this task force that have come together.
Thank you, Mayor Hammoud, for those words. Before I individually introduce some of the people to speak here today, I'd like to introduce everybody behind me. I have Dearborn Heights Chief Jared Hart, Dearborn Heights Director Paul Vandeplow, Detroit Police Deputy Chief Carrie Sloan, Detroit Assistant Chief Chuck Fitzgerald, Detroit Commander Eric Decker, Garden City Police Chief Tim Gibbons, Livonia Police Captain Gregory Yan, Michigan State Police Captain Philip Mena, and from the Wayne County's Prosecutor's Office, Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Kim Miles. At this time, I'd like to introduce Dearborn Heights Police Chief Jared Hart for a few words. Chief Hart.
Thank you very much, and thank you all for attending today's press conference. I'd like to thank Chief Shahin and Mayor for starting this task force. It's very important. We hear our community members. I'll share my statistics. We've had over 125 stolen vehicles since January 1st of this year. That is 125 opportunities where one of our residents walked out of their homes to go to work in the morning and discovered that their vehicle was stolen, or came out from work and discovered that they had no transportation on the way home. And that is unacceptable. So thank you to the Dearborn Police Department for taking the lead on this. And I want to send a very strong message to the folks that are out there stealing these Kias and Chargers and other vehicles. We're coming after you. We will not tolerate you operating without impunity in our communities. And we are going to cut the head of the snake off. So if there are shops out there that are buying stolen parts to support their business, I highly suggest you get to the OEM manufacturers and buy your parts from them, because this also loops those folks in. Not just the people who are stealing the cars, but where are they being sold and where are they being sent to. So I would just like to send a message with all my partners up here and thank the Livonia Police Department as well, who on Friday caught 2 people in a stolen Kia who had attempted to commit one robbery at a pharmacy in Dearborn Heights, were successful in another robbery. So some of these vehicles are being stolen to commit higher crimes within our community, and we will not tolerate it. We are defending our community. We will do constitutional policing, but we are going to work hard as a force multiplier at a time when law enforcement numbers are dwindling and at an all-time low. So thank you all for being here today. I appreciate your partnership, and I look forward to defending our communities alongside of you. Thank you.
Chief Hart, thank you for those words. Now I'd like to introduce Livonia Police Captain Gregory Yan. Captain Yan.
Thank you for being here today. I just want to echo the words of the chief and assure you that the Livonia Police Department is committed to this collaborative effort amongst all of our departments to reduce these crimes in our communities. It does not span just one community, it spans this region. And the dangers of fleeing and eluding the police, as you know, are significant. The innocent citizens that can be hurt, the vehicles that are stolen, and we are committed to this 100% and to adding our people to this and making it a complete success, and hopefully we will get more partners in the future. Chief.
Captain Yan, thank you for that as well. You know, I've been in law enforcement for 25 years, and I can speak to the partnerships that are building here in Southeast Michigan. I've never seen these types of partnerships in my 25-year career, so I'm excited about the future of policing here in Southeast Michigan.